In this video, we will learn about output variables, which are used to get information about the infrastructure after deployment. These are useful for passing on information back to the Terraform user, information such as the IP address of the instance for connecting to the server, etc. When we are creating the infrastructure, most of the infrastructure details such as the resource IDs, IP addresses are calculated at deployment and only become available afterwards. Using output variables, we can extract any server-specific values, including the calculated details. Outputs are a way to tell Terraform what data is important. This data is outputted when apply is called and can be queried using the Terraform output command as well. Defining outputs. To define the output of a configuration, we need to define an output block. In the configuration files of the previous example, I have added an output block. This is the same configuration that we have used in the previous example. If you notice here, I have added 3 output blocks. The value argument takes an expression whose result is to be returned to the user. Any valid expression is allowed as an output value. In this particular case, we are outputting the public IP attribute of the EC2 instance. Multiple output blocks are supported. Also, the output blocks can optionally include description, sensitive, and depends on arguments, which we will understand in the example. Using description argument, we can briefly describe the purpose of each value. We have added it to our list of output parameters. An output can be marked as containing sensitive material using the optional sensitive argument. Setting an output value as sensitive prevents Terraform from showing its value in the list of outputs at the end of Terraform apply. I have added the IP address again to the list, but the second time as sensitive data. And using depends on, lists the dependencies of the output value to correctly determine the dependencies between resource defined in different modules. We will cover that later. For now, let's create the infrastructure again. Now I am applying the Terraform configuration. This time, along with the apply command result, we should get the outputs as well. So here we can see the apply completed and we can see the outputs here. The first output is for instance public IP. Let's confirm the same from the AWS console. And here we can see it has given us the correct IP address. For the second output, instance public IP sensitive, since it is the sensitive information, we don't get the output on the console. And the last one is about the state of the instance, which it returns as running. We can also query the outputs after apply time using the Terraform output command. This will give us the defined outputs. Let's run it in our example. And here we see the same output again. And if we want the value for any specific field, we can append its name with the output command. We can output the specific sensitive field to get its output. Let's get the output of the sensitive field. And here we can get the IP address now. So that's it about this video. We learned about the output variables, which are like the return values of a Terraform configuration.
For more details, check the link in the description. Learn with Whizlabs. Success certified.